I have no clue why the market fell on Monday, right? But Monday is also the day when many people commit suicide. So I hope this does not lead to suicides. Market was overvalued and there is absolutely no doubt about that. So why did the market fall? I think it's as simple as to say there were more sellers than buyers. Maybe FIIs were sellers. This is also a great time when many people will be reviewing what they've done. So when they see 60% profits and 80% profits and 110% profits in certain shares, there will be profit booking by fund managers. Please understand that fund managers are not buy only guys, right? If I'm creating wealth for a family, let's say a family office, and they say, okay, it's a 200, 300 year kind of mandate, you literally say, okay, these shares are forever. There has to be a very, very strong reason for me to review those shares, or maybe I'll do a review, but to sell it requires a lot of, like I say, 16 horses to pull me away from that portfolio. But having said that, fund managers don't have that luxury. Fund managers have to book profits. Then you have regulators saying you can pay a dividend only out of book profits. So suddenly you may want to pay a high dividend, or your growth option people may be very happy, so they may be redeeming. So you need to meet the redemption pressure. So if I have got a 76% return CAGR on a mutual fund which I have invested, very high chance that I will sell it and put it into something else where I think I'm protecting my capital, because again I need just capital protection. Last year I put 100 bucks, that has become 176 now. That's fantastic, because on that 176, even if I get 5%, it is like almost 10% on my original capital, or at least like 7-8%, which I may be very happy with, right? If I'm projecting inflation to be 4-5%, I should be very happy with the 8% return, and maybe 8% return, take away 10% in tax or 20% in tax, that's still 6.5% return, which is again not bad, because 1.5% risk free and assured, right? So capital protected. So it's a great great dividend yield for me, or great yield for me, right? So I might be selling it just to protect my capital and say, okay, let me put some money away in gold, or some money in ultra short bond fund, or some gilt, expecting interest rates to go down. So perfectly all right for me to do that. Right, wrong, only time will tell whether I was right or wrong. Similarly, there are some PSU shares, etc. Specifically PSU is what comes to mind, because I can think of Coal India. I'm sure there'll be PTC, there'll be Rail Vikas Nigam, many such shares which are available at a decent dividend yield. So to me, 5% dividend yield was very attractive, and therefore I bought Tata Power at 30 rupees. Now, if I can get a 5% dividend yield at 150 rupees on Coal India, it's not a bad deal at all, considering that I have no clue what is going to happen to interest rates. But I'm very happy to lock in at 5% with the potential upside of the capital. Now, if I get 5% in, say, Tata Sons debenture, I may not be happy, but I don't mind if it is Tata Investment Corporation where I was getting a dividend yield of 5%. Then I wouldn't mind, because I know the intrinsic value is good and it will appreciate. So lot of these things could be playing in the minds of people. So there could be companies like Tata Investment Corporation who is saying, okay, let me get rid of some non-Tata shares to buy Tata shares. So they're sitting on cash, they might move in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and keep buying the shares. So you don't know what is happening, what is the churn that is happening. But yes, fund managers are required to sell the shares, so they will sell the shares. They will want to book profits. Internationally true, nationally true. And if I'm managing your money as a professional fund manager, there's a very attractive number to keep hitting you with for the next few years. Sir, I got you 72% returns, I got you 74% returns. So that kind of a talk also happens, as though the fund manager himself has delivered. Maybe the market has delivered 69% and he's delivered 5%, which is also fantastic. I'm not trying to take away anything, but yeah, those are the reasons why the market could fall, because a lot of people could be selling. Also, I think there is no cash crunch, but people would convert some of their profits into things that they want. So if you want to buy your car, your yacht, your camera, your pleasure trip, anything that you want, or people are selling for some other reasons. Maybe people want to travel. Maybe people are marriages are happening. Maybe there is expenditure. So a lot of that. But why selling is very clearly visible. And why selling is which happens at the year end. So maybe it has already started. Maybe November, we are at the end of November. Maybe they are worried that anyway from 22nd, 23rd December nothing happens. They have a 20-day window. So in that 20 days they may want to sell, they may want to evaluate, their bonuses have to be paid. So all this cash flow requirement would be there. So people might just be saying, instead of waiting till 15th of December, can we do it on 25th of November? And so that's another reason for the market to fall. But largely, the one explanation is perfectly right. If there are more sellers than buyers, price will fall. If there are more buyers than sellers, price will go up. This is such a simple economic law that this is what will happen. And slowly there will be other supply. Government may do more PSU disinvestment, etc. So supply could increase. But right now, shortage pricing, people are worried that if I don't buy and the market goes up, FOMO, right? So all those things put together act in the market, and we will never be able to say this is the reason why the market went up. Over a long period of time, I've seen that when people say that, the market laughs at them, because the next day the market might do something very dramatically different. Understanding markets is difficult. It's a process. None of us will be able to perfect it, but it's good fun, and enjoy the journey. That's important. Thank you.